John Kavakis here with another edition of My Take, and today we're going to talk to you about the 1949 Buick Roadmaster Sedanette. So 1949 was a landmark year. You look back on it, most of the American manufacturers went from the pre-war styles that were around 1938, 39, 40, through 41 and 42, into what became the jet age, into the future. And Buick was led by Harley Earl, and we all know that name. They didn't want to just build a car. They wanted to make a statement. That fastback style that came with the Sedanette was, it was just, oh my gosh, it was beautiful. You know, that flowing line from the header of the windshield all the way back to the rear bumper. It was an ultimate expression, I think, of what they called the streamlined modern movement. Okay, now that movement was, some people would call it Art Deco. It started all the way back with the Chrysler Airflow and some of the modern trains like the Burbank Flyer. And so in 1949, it's kind of come into its fullness. Now, one of the things that was established in 49 with the Roadmaster in particular was the introduction of ventiports. Now, you might know them as portals. Now, Harley Earl was influenced a lot by airplanes, and he took the inspiration for the ventiports from the side cowls of some of the air fighters in World War II. You can see them there in this picture. So the Roadmaster had 4 chrome ventiports. Now that was the top of the line. The Specials had 3. If you had 4, you knew you were driving the top of the line Buick. So originally they were supposed to be functional, and apparently a few got out of the factory that were functional, but for practical reasons they had to plug them. But so they were originally there to vent heat from that inline 8-cylinder engine, the Fireball 8, which is a magnificent engine. So they weren't just holes in metal. They said something. They said something to the neighbors, the people you worked with and everything. You were driving a Roadmaster. There were 4 of them there. Now, what set the Sedanettes apart was the fact that most of the cars in that era were moving to a 3-box design: the hood, the cabin, and the trunk. The Sedanette had a 2-box design. It was a beautiful design as well. So the other thing that the 49 Roadmaster brought in was that giant toothy grille, designed to, again, make a very strong statement, scare little children, looked a little bit aggressive, but it became a hallmark for Buicks for a long time, and even now people will look back on that and maybe not know a whole lot about cars and know it's a Buick because of that giant toothy grille. But that became a status symbol as well. So this car wasn't transportation. This car was a look to the future. It was a look to prosperity. It was a look to an America that viewed everything with wide-eyed optimism. And Stamp has given us a model of this in 3 colors. Spectacular model. I've got 2 of them here to show you, but here are the 3 colors it's available in. It came in Royal Maroon, Cirrus Green Metallic, and Black. Now I'm going to get them out of the box, put them on this turntable, we'll take a look at them, and I'll tell you how you can get them. So once again, the first thing we notice is that incredible finish. Stamp's just doing such a great job on finishing these things in authentic colors. But then maybe even better than factory, these things just shine. It's deep. They work out to a perfect 1/43rd scale. I think fidelity and proportion and everything is really well done. Another thing I'd like to point out is the chrome. The chrome it's just beautifully done. It's even, it's deep. It looks like brand new chrome on a full-size car. Here's a look at that near iconic grille, which identifies a Buick immediately as being a Buick. Take a look at the lenses on the headlights. The right white walls, those wide white walls, just beautiful. Great looking wheel covers. You gotta be careful with the finish on these because under the studio lights, the metallic glows a bit more than it does in person. In hand, that metallic paint looks authentic and original. The interior is a typical Stamp excellence, authentically replicated. Steering wheel, gauges picked out really well. Seats look cushy and comfortable. Little things like the lock on the glove box cover. Everything's done really to a high level of detail. Here's a closer look at the maroon car. Take a look at the lensing on the taillights, the emblem on the trunk lid, the trim around the gas filler cap. the little tailpipe hanging out the back. They've just done a really good job on the small details, and that's what makes the difference between a good model and a great model. Here's a Cirrus green metallic. You can see that it's just a beautifully executed model. Minute detail on the name badge on the front fender. The trim around the windows is to scale. I don't know which color I like best. They're both classy. That maroon is kind of upscale. And here they are on the turntable one more time. Beautifully done models, typical stamp, high level of quality. I think the biggest problem is going to be deciding which color to get. Every time I look at them, I moved from one to the other. They're both spectacular. Okay, there you are. You can see Stamp's done a fantastic job with it. The details really make the thing pop. They've got the colors are right. The interiors are beautiful. Everything's just really nice. They sell for $139.99 plus shipping. You can get them at Legacy Diecast. You can get them at Toy Car Geek. You know, one of my favorite dealers. I love Dave Gilbert. And they're selling out of some colors, so you want to move quickly on them if you want, in particular if you want the Cirrus green. And you can contact them through their websites, legacydiecast.com and toycargeek.com. So I want to thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for tuning into the channel. If you liked the video, give me a like down there in the right-hand corner. We'd love to have you sign up as a subscriber. I've got more videos coming, so keep your eyes open, and thanks for joining me.